I'm gonna take a moment to. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna upload this. I'm just gonna talk and see how it goes, and then if it's good, I'm gonna upload it. So, just want to take a moment to talk about um, let's talk about haters. Like, this is like a touchy topic because a lot of people are haters. Well, that's not why, but really it's a touchy topic because there are a lot of people that are haters and stuff like that. But I wouldn't say they're the majority. I don't know. But this is like, what is a hater? Let's define a hater. A hater is not just someone who says something that you do not like or do not approve of. Whether or not a person is a hater has to do with their intent behind what they said or the intent behind their actions and stuff like that. A hater is basically anybody who does not want you to succeed. Like, they would hate to see you succeed. They hate to see you happy. They hate the thought of you even being successful, stuff like that. So let's talk about why is this a touchy subject, touchy topic? Because a lot of people don't want to believe that people out here they hate you. They're haters. That there are haters out here. And a lot of times people that are haters are the people that you don't expect to be haters. Sometimes, like if you're on the road to success or you have something in mind that you want to do with your life, a lot of times the people that are going to be hating on you are people you're not going to expect to hate on you. Sometimes it'll be people that you once looked up to, and like you feel like, why are you hating on me? You know what I mean? So it's just a part of it. It's part of it. It's part of the part of it. And to add to that, there's nothing cool about I wouldn't say there's nothing cool about it, but there's nothing fun about having haters either. Sometimes you hear people say, "Oh, I love my haters," stuff like that. I'm just trying to figure out how to get more haters. I understand that mindset. That is a beneficial mindset if you look at it the right way. That's true. I mean, you do want to see, like, having haters is just an indication that you're on the right path. That's why people say that. But just having people hate on you is not fun. You know what I mean? Like, it's just sad to look at, sad to observe and stuff like that. So, yeah. So what types of things do these people do that are haters? How do you know somebody's a hater? Like, basically, you know somebody's a hater when sometimes they get like little backhanded compliments. I know this one guy. He's like jealous of me. Like, I can tell he's jealous of me. Like, it sounds conceited to say people are jealous of you too, even because I say because narcissists and stuff like that, dude. They always think everyone's jealous of them and stuff like that. But I'm not a narcissist, so like it's a real thing. So I've confirmed that this is legit. But yeah, this is a guy I know. He's a cool dude, man. I went to school with him. He's actually somebody I helped find his type. I actually helped him find his type. I'm not on well, should I say what his? It doesn't really matter what his type is, but he's a good dude though. Like, I admire him. He's pretty. He's on a good path. Maybe I don't really know. I don't really care too much, but I noticed some jealous from his dude. The thing is, like, sometimes when I come across haters, there's people that I like and stuff like that, and I would like to be around. I don't even want to admit that they're haters and stuff like that, because it's like, dang, that means that you're my enemy. So essentially, I don't want you to be my enemy. So, but yeah, this dude is like real jealous of me, but it's like he keeps it secret, and he like, you ever see those people on social media that go around like, ooh, positivity, and they always talk about positivity? He's actually one of those type of people, but he's like a fraud. He has fraudulent ways. Let's put it like that. He says one thing but does another. His actions prove that he just says what sounds good, what looks good, stuff like that. So I'm noticing this dude is jealous of me, like, because like he knew me from high school, and like I'm growing way past, I guess what his expectations or what he's used to me being. So it causes jealousy out of him. Like, and also like on my Facebook and stuff like that, I post things on my Facebook that are questionable things. Like, I exude a lot of confidence on my Facebook, and it actually causes jealousy out of people who knew me and who, stuff like that sometimes too. But anyways, like when I used to share my music with him, he actually liked my music when I first started sharing it. Then I've been noticing, like, as I've been getting more, like, I wouldn't say more buzz, but like more like people compliment my music, I share it with him, and I'm noticing he's giving me these backhanded compliments and stuff like that. And one time he basically like said something and completely gave it away. Like, I shared a beat with him one time, and he was like, I don't remember word for word, but I remember basically what he said. He was like, he complimented it, and I was like, oh, thanks, man, appreciate it, stuff like that. He was like, I mean, I got to give you your credit, man. Stuff like that. Basically, he was like, oh, I have to give you your credit. I can't hate on it. But the way he said it, it was almost like it was pulling teeth for him just to give me credit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was hard for him to say good job. Basically, that's basically what he was saying. Like, I'm supposed to tell you good job because that's what I'm supposed to do, but I don't really want to tell you good job. I really just want to either ignore you or I want to find a way to hate on it. That's basically what he was saying through his, through what he's saying. By the way he said it and stuff like that, I could tell. I don't really remember word for word, but I remember basically what he said, and I'm like, okay. Because I saw through it, and I was like, yeah, okay. But I still share my music with him just to sort of, because he does a lot of passive-aggressive behavior that is quite annoying, which is what haters do a lot. He does a lot of that. So to sort of to piss him off, I still share my music with him. Sometimes not sometimes, but he still gives those backhanded compliments and stuff like that, though. And he's like, bro, why are you jealous of me? I don't understand. Like, you have your own stuff over here that you're trying to do. But, I can kind of see through the dude, though. I feel like he's kind of lost and pretty hypocritical. He lives a hypocritical lifestyle. I'm not really going to say the dude's name. I don't want to expose him, anything like that. I feel like he's going to expose himself at one point. So I don't expose fake people. Fake people expose themselves. So anyways, yeah, that's an example right there. So basically a hater is somebody that they like, it has to do with jealousy and envy. That's what a hater is. Not being hated is something completely different. There's a difference between being hated and having haters, in my opinion. But being hated means you actually did something to make them hate you. Which also could turn someone into a hater. Like, if you do something that makes makes someone mad, but then they decide to hold on to it, and then it also can turn into them being straight up just jealous of you, don't want anything good to happen for you. Which is still, even though you were wrong in this situation, it's still wrong for them to just be, that petty about it. But at the same time, if it gets to that point, they probably were jealous of you all along. They were just looking for a reason they were just waiting for a good reason to be hateful towards you. So either way, that's some bull. But man, this is just the truth. Like, understand that if you're trying to do something great with your life, or if you will have positive aspirations, or even if you have, sometimes even if you have, like, not sometimes, but like, even if you have anything that you have that somebody else lacks or somebody else wishes they had, it doesn't even have to be a physical thing. People will hate on you for it. People will hate on you for your potential. Like, like sometimes people will say, oh, you don't have nothing for me to hate on and stuff like that. How can I hate on you? You don't have anything I want. Like, sometimes that can be bull, because people can hate on you for potential. They can hate on you for something that you might get. They can hate on you for wanting something. And if they feel like you might get it, or they think that if they believe in you, a lot of times haters believe in you more than you believe in yourself. That's really what the truth is. Haters believe in you more than you believe in you. That's why they hate you so much. They hate you because they believe in you more than you do. And they want to tear you down. They want to stop you before you even do it. They want to tear down your confidence. That's really what the root of, I think one of the main root causes of have someone hating on you is your confidence, because on some level people know that if you have confidence to do something, that you are going to do it. So haters will try to attack your confidence. Most importantly, they try to attack your confidence. Yeah, man. A lot of people, they don't want to be honest and say that there are haters out here. But it's gonna always be haters out here. It's just how it is. Sometimes it'll be family members. Sometimes it will be people, close friends. Most of the time, it is the close friends and the family members, because that's really what it comes from. Mostly it's people that knew you when you were at this level, but then they didn't see you for a while, and they come back and you're at this level. Those are usually the people that turn into the haters. Those are more likely because you grew and they didn't. So it makes them mad. It makes them look at themselves and resent themselves. They're really mad at themselves because, like, oh, it's an indication that they didn't do much. Or not even that. Sometimes it's just they just get jealous because you're doing something different. You're moving on and you're enjoying your life. You're not on a... People are comfortable when you're down here because it makes them feel better about themselves. They see you rise above, or you're doing better than what they thought, or something like that, and really makes them jealous because people hate being wrong, stuff like that. So I can go on and on about this topic because I've been in environments where a lot of people hate. Some environments you go in will have a lot more haters than others because it's a kind of a contagious mentality sometimes. Because haters band together. The people spread hate. They go talk about, that's where the gossip and all that comes from. They go gossip about you to somebody else, and then they turn that person to hate because sometimes people are sheep. So they play father. They could be, a lot of times there are people that never had a negative opinion about you in the first place. But because someone else was talking bad about you, they started thinking, maybe I shouldn't like him either. Maybe I should talk. They don't even know why they're doing it. So it's a contagious thing, so it can be contagious. I've been in environments where there were a lot of haters and stuff like that. I remember in high school, people, a lot of hate in high school. From me being playing football and stuff, I had a lot of haters on the football team and stuff like that. Which is why I chose not to surround myself with a lot of those people on that football team. I was really good at football, but I had a lot of haters. Stuff like that. I could go on, I can tell you guys a little bit about that. Should I tell you guys about that story? I guess. But so basically I got to a point I was performing very well at practice, stuff like that. I surpassed a lot of people stuff like that. I got a lot better real fast. I would go let's see here. So at practice, I would go throughout the whole week. I'm talking about from the beginning of practice all the way to the end of practice. I'm talking about warm-ups throughout every aspect of practice, and that's a lot. I will only drop 2 passes per week. There was a period of time where I was doing that. I was going really good. I was really on my grind in football, so doing really good. I will only drop about 2 passes per week. I was keeping track too. I was thinking because I was trying to get better. So I was actually thinking hey, how many passes did I drop this week? On a bad week, I would drop 3 passes a week, maybe even 4 passes a week. On a good week, I would drop that. I would go on a week without dropping the whole entire week without dropping a pass before and stuff like that. I was outperforming everybody at practice basically. So I started to breed a lot of haters. A lot of people were jealous of me. People would be because it was a contagious thing on that football team. It was very contagious. A lot of people were haters in that environment. So because it starts with one person and they sort of pass it on to everybody else. So everybody starts playing follow the leader. That's what happened. Not everybody was a hater on that team. I did have people that was rooting for me. Don't get me wrong. I'm just talking about the haters specifically. But I started getting people when I do something, people would try to jump in front of me, me being in line running routes. People be like, man, let me go real quick, bro, because they didn't want me to outshine them in front of the coach, so they would want to do, try to get jumping. They wait before I go and be like, oh, let me go, bro, let me go. And I'll be like, nah, and I started to, I caught on to, I was like, nah, man, I gotta get my reps in too. I sort of told them nicely, but I was being assertive, dude, no thanks. I'm doing my reps too. Because every time I win, it would catch a lot of attention, so they didn't want to. They was trying to. Then I had some quarterbacks on the team that were hating too. I noticed this one guy. He was very jealous of me for a long time, but I didn't really pay him much attention because he was irrelevant. But he played quarterback, and he was not a very good quarterback. A lot of people didn't like the dude, and he was very incompetent as a quarterback. He would just try to do too much. He was always trying to show off, and he'll try to throw it real hard and stuff sometimes, and it would be very inaccurate pass though. He was trying to be Mr. Show Off and stuff. That's what people knew. It was real obvious, and people didn't like that. But yeah, I noticed at practice, I mean, even though he couldn't throw that well, he would throw me bad passes on purpose. Like, and it was pretty obvious too. Even the coach caught on to that. Like, he would throw me bad passes on purpose, hoping that I would just drop them. Stuff like that. I'm like, I noticed it was pretty obvious because, like, you know, reps before that, he'll try to throw the good pass, and right when it gets to my rep, he would be pausing and stuff like that. He'll all of a sudden be like, "Oh, I got to switch balls," and stuff. He'll be stalling and stuff, and people be like, "What's taking you so long, dude? Like, we got to hurry up. Come on." Because he'll try to stall and stuff. And, like, why are you stalling? Like, he's trying to think of a way to throw me off or something like that. He needs more time. But it's not just me saying this. Coach noticed it. So, he throw me bad ball. And it's like, there's no way I can get to that ball. So, it wasn't on me. Coach would be like, come on, man. Why are you throwing this dude bad ball? Why are you only throwing him bad ball? Stuff like that. Or he'll try to, he tried to throw it extra hard to me to see if I was going to drop it. It didn't work. So, he just started throwing me bad balls and stuff like that. Throw it straight at the ground. And I'm like... What kind of pass is that? Like, you know. But yeah, man, like I would just okay, so yeah, I had a lot of haters. People were jealous of me. I was outperforming all the wide receivers on the team. Basically. I was like, you know, basically how do we, like I learned though over time, like how do you deal with these people? You deal with these people by ignoring them and get better. That's what I learned. Like I've even fallen into the trap of responding to haters and stuff like that myself. It's not an easy thing to do, but I actually got into a bad habit of responding to them. Like I would catch, like it would be people like sending subliminals. Like you get that, you know they're talking about you, but you don't really have proof. You can't really respond to them directly. I would catch people sending me subliminals on social media and stuff, and I would send them subliminals back, even though that's not even like me. I'm not a person that would send subliminals, but I was just like, I was just caught up in it. I would do that. And then I started to realize like the best way to stop a hater, or not to stop them, but to make them mad is not to even respond to them. It's just to ignore them and to be happy. If you show you're happy on social media every time they're online, or if you, anytime they're around, you're happy and stuff like that, it really makes them mad. Or if you ignore them and stuff like that, don't even pay them any mind. They want your attention. That's what I started to realize. So I just started like just doing me and getting better, and can always, like I'm always improving. I'm always, you know, in some area I'm always doing better in some way, shape, or form. Like I'm always improving. I don't have everything yet I want, but I'm still improving every day. So best way to deal with them is ignore them and keep doing you. That's what I did at football practice. That's what I did. Well, that other dude, I don't know. Yeah, I do that with him because he sends subliminals too. I catch his subliminals on social media all the time. He's like this fake positive guy. Like I know he's not positive because his intentions are just bull. It's just a bunch of BS. He just says stuff because he knows that he gets a positive response out of people. Like it's a positive reinforcement, basically. He does it because he knows people are going to wrong. People, you know, people are gullible. I actually noticed that he's full of it because, you know, yeah, he's full of shit, basically. But I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to expose the dude. I'm just like, kind of like, okay. I mean, I don't really care, man. If that's what he feels, if that what makes him feel good, then just do it, man. I really do not care, man. You can do whatever. He can do whatever he wants. You can give him positive results. All I know is fake people always expose themselves at some point. I don't really care. Like, if you know, it's going to happen at some point. He'll expose himself if he continues to be fake like that and not honest with himself. He'll expose himself at some point. You know, so it is what it is. Like, man, I can go on about the football thing, man, but yeah, I had some haters, man. I do some like crazy stuff at practice. I wouldn't get any cheers from the people on the team. Something like, not from the people, but I would get people be like, "Oh my God," you know, reacting to it. But then you get the haters over there. They just be quiet. They'll be in the middle of talking and they just get quiet. Instead, they wouldn't really, you know, praise you or anything. They just don't say anything. They just kind of act like they didn't see anything and stuff like that. Like I remember this one time at practice, this dude, like, we were doing this thing before the game. The day before the game, we were kind of doing this practice run of the game. This guy was at quarterback. He was jealous of me. He was a little jealous of me. I remember because at practice he'll try to act like I was like like I was just trying to do too much. Like I was one of those dudes that they would call practice players. He tried to, reframe it as that. Dude, we're just doing the practice. Why are you going 100%? I'm like, I'm not going 100%. I'm just trying. I'm just doing me. Like that's what I said to him one time. Like, did I say that to him? I might not have said it to him, but I was just I either ignored him or I did say that to him. This dude was garbage though. He sucked. He was trash. He didn't get a lot of respect from people. So that's why he was a hater. But I remember at practice, he was at cornerback. I was a wide receiver. Threw this pass. He jumped up in the air. It was like just me running straight like a fade route. Threw it up in the air. He thought he was going to intercept it. Ball was like right above his fingertips. I reached up over him, snatched it right from him before he even touched it. It basically, we call that getting mossed. Randy Moss, Randy Moss, we call that getting mossed. Like if you jump over somebody and catch a ball, we call that getting mossed. And it was real disrespectful too. I caught it, everything. I think, was that the touchdown? No, it wasn't that touchdown, but it was a really good game. And like, I fell and stuff like that, but it was still a clean catch. I noticed everybody on the other side of the football. This is exactly what happened. I'm not exaggerating. Everybody on the side, it was a lot of people talking and stuff. I remember right before that happened. As soon as I caught that pass, everybody got quiet. Everybody was like, and I heard a couple of ooh, like it was one of them things like people were speechless type things, and like the dude was like, "Well, you were out of bounds." I said, "I wasn't out of bounds. I was in bounds." I said it, calmly, sort of. And he was like, "You were out of bounds," trying to be, trying to rationalize it. Then I noticed like the next day I saw the dude for like weeks at a time. Like I used to say what's up to the dude in the hallway, like every day. I used to go in the same way to the whatever class that was, and I would see him like every day. I say what's up to him. I noticed like after that he ignored me. Like after that he wouldn't say what's up to me. He didn't say anything to me. Like he just walked right past me and ignored me. And he looking like kind of mad, like frowning. I'm like, this dude literally ignored me, and I didn't do anything to him. Like that was like other than catch a pass over. Like the dude would just ignore me ever since then. Like he didn't say a word to me for like months. I ain't say anything to him either. I was like, okay, that's how you want to act just because, I embarrassed you at practice. And I wasn't trying to embarrass him, it just happens. But yeah. I'm just telling stories, man, about football and stuff. But I'm done with football at this point. I'm moved on. Like it's fun to talk about, just time to time. But I don't have a passion for football anymore. So basketball, and I'm actually I'm not gonna say anything. You guys will see when it happens. But basketball is all you guys need to know. I'm trying to make sure I've said everything I want to say. So conclusion, you're gonna have haters if you try to be successful. If you're trying to do something good with your life. People, it's not even the material thing that people hate on. I would even say it's how you feel about yourself that people really hate on. That's what it really is. A lot of people don't like themselves. A lot of people don't love themselves and stuff like that. So it's not the material thing that they hate on. It's how you feel about yourself when you have that thing. The reason why they attack the material thing is because they think the material thing is what gives you that happiness. Or the physical thing or success or whatever you have, it's the happiness behind the success. It's the happiness that the success gives you that people really have a problem with. It's your happiness. It's not the success. People, sometimes people misunderstand. They're like, well, if you haven't succeeded yet, why would I be hating on you? No, you can be hating on somebody. There's a potential behind it. And because you're happy while you're chasing it, it makes people hate on you. Just because you're displaying confidence, it makes people hate on you. That's enough to make people hate on you. I've seen it with my own two eyes myself. Like I display confidence on social media, and it makes people jealous of me. And it's usually the people who, they're not used to me displaying that sort of confidence. And even though I've always been that confident, I just always kept it to myself. Like everything I say on social media or whatever, there's things I would say, but I'm reserved. So it's things I would say if you talk to me a little bit longer, So I don't know. I'm kind of running out of things to say, but I just want to say everything I want to say. This is a pretty long video. Hope you guys watch at least most of it, if not all of it. And see you guys later. Like, subscribe, comment. We'll be back to Myers Briggs stuff after this. Okay. Forget something. about that football situation, when I was talking about how I only dropped this amount of passes, it did also get to a point where the coach started noticing that, and they started keeping track. So I was, yeah, that's about right. They were keeping track, and the coach had to start doing that because he wanted to prove who was doing better than who. Well, our wide receiver coach was trying to prove who was doing better than who to the head coach. So he started keeping track, and that's something they didn't even do. Like, and it was, and just me doing what I'm doing caused him to have to do that. You know. And that was like, wow, I didn't know I was that significant. Wow, I'm causing changes like that on the entire team. I'm making the coach have to change the way he do stuff. I'm also, one time I did something real, like I embarrassed. I feel like I'm bragging right now. I don't know. If I'm bragging, then sorry. I'm sorry. I just want to talk about it. Like, I don't know if I'm bragging right now or what. I might be bragging. If I am, I apologize. But this is like what sparked jealousy. So, I mean, I guess I'm on topic. Hope I'm not bragging, but I really hate bragging, actually. So, whatever. But yeah, I did something like to the, I was going against our start. I didn't play defense really. I was offense. I did this play and exposed our entire starting lineup defense. I basically caught a short pass and then just like I wouldn't say outran, but like ran all the way for the touchdown. Nobody could really touch me. Coach had to put in a new drill. So like that felt like I was very surprised. I was like, wow, I'm that significant. I'm making people change their methods. But yeah, just I mean, it may be somebody, it may be on a different team somewhere else in a different state or something. Maybe dropping 2 passes a week is normal over there. Like, oh, everybody dropped 2 passes a week. Okay, well, I mean, I'm just talking about within the standards of what was going on that team. So, and I'm talking about from beginning to end. That's what. So you may think that's impressive. You may not think that's impressive. Whatever. I'm just within that. What we're doing on that team, that was impressive. So, okay. Just to clear some things up, because I always forget something, but see you.